Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just wanted to quickly touch base with everyone regarding what's happening with the current market, especially for Bitcoin. If you haven't been paying attention to the charts, this is definitely where it starts getting exciting. We've already passed the $10,000 threshold, which is really a psychological marker if you want to look at it in a way that helps bring on FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. And we've since touched roughly around $10,800, and it's had some pullback. Definitely people pulling out their gains from some of these earnings here. But if you think about it, it's been moving up quite a bit and very fast. As a matter of fact, a lot of your top performing coins have been affected in a very good positive manner. Maybe not nearly as fast and as prevalent as Bitcoin, but really at this point in time, we have some firm understanding that people are really starting to stockpile into Bitcoin here, at least have the notion to do so because of the Bitcoin halving that's supposed to be taking place in May of 2020. So I think from here on out, we're going to start seeing the ramping up of the price of Bitcoin, and any money that goes into there will possibly trickle down to your other altcoins. If you want to take a quick look at XRP on TradingView, so here we can see that XRP is definitely holding on very strongly. Yes, there's definitely been more pullbacks and of course some correction taking place throughout this incline. But if you notice the pattern there with XRP is jumping up, having some pullbacks, but it's maintaining, creating new highs and of course higher lows. So we're really actually seeing some positive movement happening with XRP right alongside of what's taking place with Bitcoin. If you guys have been paying attention to a lot of the news lately with XRP, you will definitely know that there's an incentive for money to actually be pouring into XRP. And my guess is that we're going to start seeing even more money piling into not only XRP, but your top performing cryptocurrencies for a lot of the news and announcements that have been taking place. So again, keep that in mind, guys. I think that what we're seeing here as far as this little bit of a trajectory with XRP is going to maintain its positivity. Again, we'll start seeing some corrections happening. That's a given. People are going to want to take their earnings from some of the gains that they've made, but that's something to be expected. And of course, this right here, if it keeps up with what it's doing, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 46, maybe even 47 cent XRP in the next coming days when it comes to this momentum. So keep your eye out for this, guys. I think that a couple bits of the news that I want to go over might also help escalate some of the price points of this right here, especially understanding again that we have the upcoming Bitcoin halving. Of course, looking in the news here, you can easily see that the major topic here is obviously Bitcoin hitting 10K. Now, of course, if you look here, according to this article and what we've heard in the past, especially what we just dealt with Litecoin, is that it was ramping up for the upcoming halving. And of course, we have the upcoming Bitcoin halving taking place in 2020. So I would guess that we're going to just see a lot of money flooding into the crypto market, especially with what usually has happened in the past historically with halvings. So really, guys, we're going to see a lot take place, and especially with the previous news that we just got when it comes to XRP, and of course some of the more bigger name partnerships that took place between Ripple and names such as MoneyGram. And of course, it's very likely we can start seeing other names coming out that are looking to do a partnership or possibly even be set up to have a partnership established with Ripple. I would guess that Western Union is probably going to be on that bandwagon from the sounds of everything. And of course, who knows as far as that company is concerned, but I would guess again that if they don't want to miss the boat, they're definitely going to want to jump on board for sure. A couple other things I wanted to quickly go over as well. Now, I'd like to give a shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for this bit of information here. Definitely someone to go on and follow when it comes to the crypto Twitter space and the XRP community. He posted recently that the Financial Action Task Force has officially ruled that crypto firms worldwide must share client data when transferring funds between each other. And of course, it states here that the FATF news says that it will give countries 12 months to abide by the guidelines. And of course, this is coming from an article from CoinDesk. I'll leave a link in the description for that here. He actually posted an update stating that the just released FATF guidance also directs countries to crack down on crypto mixers and make sure they can freeze funds of sanctioned users. This is exactly why everyone hates the government, since they want to control everything. And then, of course, now all of us have to KYC by 2020. And if you don't know what KYC is, that is basically know your customer. As a matter of fact, Brad Garlinghouse himself talked about KYC when it comes to Ripple transactions at his most recent Fortune panel. And as you can see here, Mr. B XRP from Twitter here, you can find him at XRP Mister. Definitely a huge follow when it comes to being a prominent voice for the XRP community. He was asking for anyone that might have had a clip of the recent talk with Brad Garlinghouse and this talk about KYC. So someone actually posted a link here for that. I would definitely suggest giving this a look here, and also giving Mr. B a follow, and really a lot of these people here in the crypto space, very good follows when it comes to again being prominent voices, but Mr. B for sure. So go check that out when it comes to this kind of information. And like I said, even Brad Garlinghouse himself is talking about the idea of KYC and actually being compliant. So this is really going to help when it comes to regulations, and I would guess that at the same time it's going to help with the growth of XRP, because it's going to be one of those compliant digital assets out there. A couple of things I wanted to quickly go over as well. And of course, here's a quick link to the CoinDesk article talking about that. As you can see, again, it's just to reiterate, all global crypto exchanges must now share customer data. And of course, look at that guy's face. Anyways, yeah, it's just very interesting how things are actually moving into action very fast here. I would definitely be looking out for some information when it comes to regulatory clarity, especially on a lot of these top performing coins that are still questionable when it comes to whether or not the SEC would deem them anything outside of a currency or a token. So really, guys, it's actually something to be on the lookout for. Again, things are ramping up. As you could tell, that Bitcoin was definitely jumping up in volume and price, and I would definitely guess that this is going to be ongoing for the rest of 2019 going into the beginning of 2020, again because of the Bitcoin halving that's supposed to be taking place. Now, that's definitely something that's going to be coming up very shortly when it comes to getting closer to the end of the year and seeing how ramped up all the prices of cryptocurrencies have gotten there. One last thing I wanted to quickly go over as well. I find it very interesting that with Bitcoin jumping up in price, we're now seeing Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of Ripple, talking about how he longs Bitcoin, which is basically, putting any type of money or any type of investments towards Bitcoin, and you're going to hold for the long term. That's basically longing that cryptocurrency. And of course, he says also that there will be no cryptocurrency to rule them all. That is definitely something we've heard in the XRP community when it comes to XRP, especially with the terminology of it being the standard. Now, of course, I definitely feel like XRP will dominate the market for the most part, but I think that Brad Garlinghouse definitely has a point here when it comes to him stating that there will be no cryptocurrency to rule them all. There's definitely going to be a mixture, and they're all going to have a purpose to serve when it comes to being in this ecosystem. And of course, here's a link to the article that talks a little bit more about that, and especially with, again, Brad Garlinghouse talking about how, Bitcoin and XRP are not competitors. So you can really think about it in a way that they're all really big investments at this point in time. We're all early adopters of cryptocurrencies. And my guess is that if what people have actually known about Bitcoin and have looked into Bitcoin, studied Bitcoin, there is that potential for Bitcoin to hit very astronomical numbers just because of the amount of money that would flood into the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So something to keep in mind. And anytime money falls into cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin first, it trickles down. So XRP is definitely going to be affected in a positive manner. But you also have to keep in mind that when these things take off, XRP usually is one of the last few to take off, but when it does take off, it jumps up and it escalates very fast. So something to keep your mind on and keep your eyes out for when it comes to what's happening right now. Of course, again, Bitcoin is jumping up in price, so very, very good when it comes to the rest of those cryptocurrencies or altcoins that follow. And of course, XRP is definitely going to be affected in a very positive manner when it comes to the amount of money trickling down from this. So I think that there's a lot of excitement taking place, guys, and of course, a lot of things to keep your eyes and ears out open for. If you happen to know of anything that I definitely should go over or I've missed, most certainly leave it in the comment section. I enjoy the dialogue that you guys leave there behind, and of course, definitely, again, thanks for being a part of this channel here. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share this content with everybody. And of course, thank you again for watching. Hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.